Alright guys, I'm back with more Final Fantasy X review. Alright, so back to where we left off. Um, so you kick ass in Baj Temple. Woo! Quick recap, you were in Xanarkand. You met Orin, the badass. AKA Batman. Um, you fought monsters, you met Sin, he took you 1,000 years into the future to Spira, but you don't know what Spira yet, so shh, don't tell. And yeah, alright. This is how we do it. Yeah, so Riku. Where to start? Well, you start by getting the crap kicked out of you. The Albed take you hostage. They knock you out and they take you hostage. You wake up on a ship, right? Then they tell you that you have to help them. Woohoo! By visiting a Machina city. Yeah. Machina cities were outlawed by Yevon because technology is what was believed to bring sin there by the corrupted maesters of Yevon. You don't think they're corrupted yet because they all seem like nice people except for Seymour, who has a ridiculous hairdo and a recurring... He is your recurring villain of the game, and he looks like a villain. He looks like the villain. He has all the motive. He is everything. First Guado Maester, first... dude is... And it's just like bad. It's bad. He's like Michael Jackson. Alright? Everybody knows he's bad, but nobody wants to think it. So yeah. Okay. You go to this Machina city after a couple long cutscenes and whatever. It's... Riku is jailbait. She is freaking anime jailbait, and it's kind of nasty because she's like 15. Damn, y'all are looking that shit up. There's something wrong with you. All right, now that we've got that established, plus, you know, there are better characters. Okay, back to what I was saying. You go to the Machina city, you tear shit up. You go to the Machina city. Basically, you enter it, you pound on a panel, door opens, you go in, you get attacked by fish, woo, you kick ass. You go to another place. You find what you were looking for. All the lights turn on, and yeah. Then you backtrack. You have to go through that very room. Well, the squid thing attacks you, and if you haven't gotten to use it already, you will now. You will use Riku and Titus's overdrives. Riku's overdrive is mixed. Titus's overdrive is... I don't even know what his overdrive is. Swordplay? That's too easy to make fun of. Just use your imaginations on that one. So basically, you get out of there after you kick the crap out of the squid. By the way, the squid, he's gonna move. So you have to move with him. Like, you'll have trigger commands, right? Trigger commands will appear in certain points throughout the game to guide you. This is the first time you will see them. The next time you will see them is when... I think it's when you fight Seymour the first time and you have to talk to him. Talking will give you boosts like Titus, you get a strength increase, and I think you get a magic defense increase. Unit gets a magic increase. Alright? So, keep that in mind. If you're low on levels, it's good to get the talk out. Just say what needs to be said and say no more. Orin, same deal. He gets a bonus from that too, but I'm not sure if he talks on the first fight. So yeah. Alright, so you get out of that sunken city, that sunken travesty. You get back on the ship. Titus and Nina have Titus Titus and Riku have a cutscene where she thinks she might be the love interest of the game. But the love interest is this chick. She could have done so much better. Titus is such a whiny little bitch. So yeah, you get out. Titus and Riku have their little moment. Then Sin attacks. You know, it's Sin. He'll come back because you took his cookies. So yeah, Sin comes back. You get knocked off the ship, and you wake up face down in water. Apparently, Blitzball players don't need to breathe, because Blitzball is a game that takes place. It has 2 halves. Each half is 5 minutes, and you hold your breath underwater in a sphere of water. You hold your breath for 5 minutes. I don't know who the fuck can do that. I can't. I don't know anyone who can. But apparently they don't need to breathe. So, even though, you know, they make references to Titus choking, not being able to breathe, later in the game, you know, apparently he doesn't need to breathe. So yeah, sorry, I'm tired. It's been a long week. Breathe. You wake up face down in the water, in an ocean, by an island called Besaid, or on an island with, and you go to Besaid Village. Yeah. But before that, there's a cutscene in where Titus shows off his Blitzball skills, and you meet a character named Waka. Waka. Alright, I don't have the book from the inside of Final Fantasy X anymore, so I can't show you what he looks like. But you will know Waka when he sees him. There are no words. He's just like, no. Say like, I took my fedora, right? Oh shit. And I put it like this. Right? His hair. Okay. I put it like that. His hair would still be like up here. But it's not all of his hair. It's just the front. Just the front is that long. The back is kept kind of... It's kind of spiky and kind of long, but not really. So you kind of wonder what he does to get his hair that way. Did his face scare it away, or... I don't know. But, yeah, that's Waka. So... Basically, you show up, you tell him you're from Zanarkand, and there was this whole thing where, on the ship, where Riku explains, don't tell people you're from Zanarkand because they'll think you're being disrespectful, because Zanarkand is now a holy place, even though it was a dirt trap in your time. And if you tell people you played for Zanarkand, you'll be very, very offensive. Just say Sin's toxins got to you. But Titus is an idiot and doesn't listen and says he's from Zanarkand, so everybody's just like... And then he's like, I just got a little too close to Sin. Oh, yeah, that'd be with you. Or something like that. You haven't been praised, you're alright, man. Yeah, that's Waka. That's Waka, that's what he sounds like, yeah. So yeah. Fine. Then, Waka takes you back to, Besaid Village, right? Well, on the way there, he pushes you off a cliff into water, more water where you get where you can be attacked by fish, but you won't be attacked by fish this very moment in time because there are no fish to attack you. Because fiends are not rampant through those parts quite yet, or something like that. I don't know. All I know is that when you get close to be stayed, Luzu and Gata come up to you and they say there are many fiends on the road today. Alright. So while you're chilling there in the water, Waka jumps up behind you, grabs you, pulls you under and says, "There's one more thing I got to ask you. Will you play with my blitzball team for the blitzball championships?" They're just like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, I love blitzball, woo!" Alright. So, from that point on, Waka becomes part of your team. Waka's weapon is a blitzball. Now, some of you guys may watch the Spoonie experiment. Well, I'm sorry, Spoonie, but I have to rip you off on this one. Fucking... Why? Why a blitzball? Well, I'm not really ripping him off. I'm basically going with his opinion on the blitzball. Why a blitzball? There's nothing deadly about a volleyball. Nothing. Unless you fill it with, like, explosive gases, you know. There's nothing deadly about it. Like, come on. And apparently he's supposed to kill fiends with that thing. No, Waka's a shitty character. You should never use him after you get better characters. Like, in the beginning, Waka's great because he's doing all sorts of weird shit. His dark attack, forget about it. You're gonna need that for the Garudas. But yeah, no. Alright, so you join Waka's blitzball team. He takes you to the village. You sleep. You meet Lulu. Well, you sleep, alright. Then you go find him. You go pray at the... Well, I don't think you pray. I think you just go to the Temple of Yevon and people are just like, "Oh, we feel so sorry for you. Yevon be praised." And then they do that, like, weird thing. Blitzball sign for victory. Yeah. And, yeah, so... And that's where I'm going to cut it off for right now.